What's up? You are watching Vintage Genetics, where it's all about classic, golden era bodybuilding. And I've had an awesome weekend because I was at the Fit Expo in Rotterdam in the Netherlands and met a lot of people who also watched the videos, and it's just really nice to actually talk face to face to people about what they think of Vintage Genetics. So hopefully in the near future I'll be able to go beyond just the Netherlands and meet lots of more people at more expos. But anyway, that is the future, and I just want to say I really enjoy talking to people who watch the videos. It's just really nice to to really get that feedback and how to enjoy the content of the videos. Anyway, let's focus on this workout, a classic Arnold-inspired back and chest workout, all supersets. Starting out with the hammer strength lat pulldown combined with the incline bench press. And as always, use a full range of motion on both exercises. Especially the stretch is important here. During the lat pulldown, you really want to feel this burning sensation when you stretch out your lats. So don't just stretch out your arms, but actually feel the weight pull on your lats. And then after you're done with that exercise, walk straight over to the incline bench, no rest. And also here, focus on the stretch. Let the bar sink down right under your chin all the way until it touches your upper chest with a wide grip. A great superset that fills your upper body right up with blood. And then one of my favorite exercises, the T-bar row, and combined with the Smith machine bench press. And as you can see, I'm doing this exercise different from how you usually see it performed. I try to keep my back somewhat parallel to the floor and really stretch out the lats and lower back to the very max. And the more upright you stand, the more you hit the traps, the upper back, and we want to hit the tie-in of the lats to the lower back and the lower back itself. And this is the way how they used to do it back in the golden era, guys. So we superset this with the Smith machine bench press, something different. I don't usually do the bench press on a Smith machine, but I wanted to try it out this time. And I happened to remember Arnold using it while training for the 90-80 Mr. Olympia, so that's my excuse for using it. Anyway, going all the way down on the Smith machine bench is also important. You still want to feel your chest stretch apart, and the better the stretch, the more blood is able to rush into your muscles, which in turn gives you a much better pump. This superset workout, by the way, is by far the best workout you can do to get a very satisfying pump in your entire upper body. This is one of the reasons why I like working out like this so much. And now it's time for another good mass building superset. The barbell row and the dumbbell flies, both non-machine exercises, which in the end always triumphs over machines. And the reason I call this a barbell row and not a bent over row, even though most people would say they're the same, is because I do this exercise in two different ways. So this is the barbell row. So one time I like to do it like this, making sure the bar goes under the knee at least, stand up a little more upright to be able to move more weight, but I also like doing the classic version, which would be standing on a platform and keeping your back parallel to the floor and really stretch down as far as you can when doing the row. And then I call it a bent over row. You can do a lot less weight with it, but it's great for working on a lower lat tie-in. So supersetted with the barbell row is the dumbbell flies. And I like doing this with my legs up in the air and a flat back on the bench, so not arched. And this is because it stretches the chest in a different way as opposed to arching our back. You know, I just find the stretch much deeper, more intense, and I can really feel the chest working. But I try not to contract the chest on the dumbbell flies because that's what the cable flies are for. Remember, when you do dumbbell flies, the tension is lost at the top of the movement. And with cable flies, you have constant tension, so it's really no use to contract it on the dumbbell flies. Just use it for the ultimate chest widening stretch. Then another one of my favorite exercises, the V-bar or narrow grip pull down. This is an excellent combination of a lat width and a back thickness exercise. When you go up and stretch the lats, you work on the width, and when you go down and squeeze your back, you work on the back thickness. An awesome overall back exercise that you should definitely include more often in your workouts, if you ask me. And combined with this is the body weight dip. Throughout the workout, we basically started off with the upper chest, then did 2 exercises for the chest and overall, and then end with an exercise for the lower chest, the chest dips. And I don't add weight to the dips because I don't find that necessary at the end of the workout, especially when doing supersets. You should be fatigued enough to where adding weight is not necessary to make this a challenging exercise. And I try to stick to 12 to 15 reps on the dips because that's about the max I can do at this point while still keeping good form. And you know, the nice thing about combining back with chest is that you constantly flush blood through your muscles while performing the exercise. So, for example, when pumping up your back with one exercise, you stretch it out at least partially while you're doing the chest exercise. And especially when having a chest, you know, when you're doing a chest exercise and then you combine it with the lat pull down, for example, you literally stretch out your chest while doing the lat pull down, allowing blood to rush through and flush the muscle, keeping the pump nice and fresh. So the last exercise, the ever so important dumbbell pullover, works both the chest and the back. And if you watch closely, you can see me contract my chest when moving the dumbbell forward, and when the dumbbell goes backwards, I stretch out my back. And this is the absolute perfect exercise to finish off with this workout. And it's 2-in-1. It's a proven classic exercise. It helps you perform the stomach vacuum, and it works the classic serratus muscles. What else do you want? Try to give it your all during the dumbbell pullover. You know, I like doing sets of 20 and 15 with a weight I can barely finish a set with. You will feel your muscles burn, and then you know that you're doing them right. So this is the result of a back and chest superset workout. You know, pretty full, and I like doing some posing usually during or at the end of the workout, also to check out my progress and see weak points that I need to improve. And to me, that is the fun of bodybuilding, the constant sculpting of your very own body through doing specific exercises that target those muscles. You know, I really try to view the sport of bodybuilding like an art instead of just trying to be as big as possible. It's about the aesthetics, it's about the balance, about the proportions, and it's about how pleasing you think your own physique is, and you need to have the patience for it to sculpt and build your physique to that level. Anyway, this was the workout, and as many of you have asked, the next video will be about my new workout split. And I'm going to try and combine it with another video about lean bulking, a video I've been working on for a while now, since that's what I'm doing right now. You know, lean bulking, I'm bulking right now, and my workout split is linked to a bulking phase, so keep on the lookout for those. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to stay golden. Croc Meek asks, I love your videos, thank you. Actually got two questions. First is, what do you think of Rich Piana and his training methods? And second, do you still make workout meals?